Hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Stanley. Welcome to the studio, Kenzie.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
This time with an entire album to unpack.
Yeah.
And this body of work different than the other ones you put out, right? But I also feel like you've been building to this more vulnerable spot.
For sure.
In music.
Yeah, it's taken me a little while to be okay with sharing my whole life, on the internet and in music.
Can you describe the difference between sharing life and music, between sharing in life through like a vlog or through just a straight to camera conversation or even an interview like this?
Totally. I feel like, I did grow up on the internet and I feel like I did share a lot of my life, but I think with my music, it's so much more vulnerable and it also takes you kind of to more of a deeper spot of me. I feel like, sharing with my song Anatomy, I shared a really deep part of myself that I've never even shared with friends or family, really. So I just use music as a form of therapy where I can just get it out and hopefully someone can relate to it so I can feel less alone.
Dude, Anatomy's a real one. And I think
Thanks.
we talked about this song, did we not?
Yeah, we did. I think last time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it made me cry.
It wasn't out
Yes.
yet. Yeah.
It wasn't out.
It wasn't out yet. You were teasing it. And everybody was like, what is this song?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is it like to put that out into the world? I mean, that's something that was just very much yours for a long time.
I was terrified. I was so terrified. But I think the second that it came out, it really just changed my whole perspective on music because I got so much great feedback from people and also people sharing their stories that were very similar to mine. And it made me feel less alone because growing up, I felt like I was the only one that was dealing with it. And so it's nice to hear other people share, exactly how you're feeling and just feel like you can relate to someone. So.
Is the rest of the album done by the time you choose to release that song, or are you in the process of making the body of work when you feel that response?
Yeah, I mean, with this album, I've been working on it for 2 years. So I don't even think it was done at that time. The last song that I put on the album that was the last one finished was a few months ago.
Oh. So what was the first song you finished for the album?
The first one I finished for the album was the title of the album, Biting My Tongue. That was kind of where I decided that that's what the album was going to be called.
Do you feel like you've had to bite your tongue a lot in life?
Yeah, totally.
In what areas mainly?
I think growing up, I was taught to not share how I feel, especially in the dance world. It's very toxic. And so I was taught to keep my mouth shut and just act like everything's okay. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that it's okay to have imperfections and it's okay to struggle because everyone is going through something, no matter if it's big or small.
How scary is it to speak out and not bite your tongue when you know you have the freedom?
It's so scary.
It's crazy, right?
It's so scary because sometimes I'm maybe my thoughts just don't matter,
No, but they do.
But they do. And everyone's do.
And that's what really happens because you're trained to think that your thoughts don't matter because you don't even have the opportunity to share.
Yeah.
So you're essentially trained to just be silent.
Yeah.
But even when you're silent, are you thinking what you want to say or wish you could say?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially in conversations too. I'm not a confrontational person. So if I'm in an argument, I will be thinking a bunch of things, but I will never say them.
Really? Mm-mm. Oh, Sam.
I'm just too nice. I think.
What's your sign? Hold on.
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. Why don't I have your sign in my prep? Gemini. Is it almost your birthday?
My birthday just happened.
Oh, shit.
It's the 4th.
Oh, happy belated.
Thank you.
You start with the title track. That's the first song you make.
Yeah.
How'd you know that was going to be the title of this album? When did it present itself? Or did you know right away?
The second we wrote it, we were just this would make so much sense for an album title. For me especially because we were talking about I have been kept silent and this album is very personal and definitely going to spill a lot of things. So
What was the last song you made for the album?
It's the last song on the album, which is Casualty.
Really?
Yeah.
Casualty comes right after Face to Face.
Yes.
And that's about your struggle to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
How do you communicate the most effectively today?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I think I've gotten a lot better at confronting situations, especially with the people that I care most about. Face to Face was about a friendship breakup that I went through, and it was really hard on me because I think friendship breakups are worse than actual breakups, honestly, because it's like you're losing, you know, I lost someone that was like my bestest friend. Like we were one and the same. And so it's so hard for me to explain how I feel to someone that I really love because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. But now I've learned to put myself first sometimes. And I just say how I'm feeling now because at the end of the day, it's probably going to help the situation, you know?
Honest communication.
Yeah.
And like getting it out.
Totally.
That is the biggest, most important thing because if you leave that shit just stirring inside of you, it's going to explode and it's not going to be healthy.
Exactly.
But it's also scary to share.
Yeah.
I get it.
Thanks.
I totally get it. What is music to you in terms of communication? Do you see it as a communication style?
I think so. I feel like it kind of helps me in a way because I'm so bad at bringing things to people that sometimes I just like write a song about someone and send it to them.
That's awesome.
Like with my friendship breakup that I went through, I like wrote a song about it recently and I sent it to her.
And will that song be on the album or is it just for you two?
No, it won't be on the album. But I'm still writing at the moment.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Why would you stop?
No point.
So you just you send that song to her in the hopes of doing what?
In the hopes of starting a conversation, I guess.
That's cool.
Like seeing how she reacted to it, seeing if we could fix it, you know.
And
it's getting better. It's getting better.
I mean, a catalyst, like an icebreaker.
Yeah, right?
That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Damn. What are you thinking?
Well, the last few interviews, we talked about a certain individual that you were with, and now we have word vomit.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, I wrote word vomit, I think like a few weeks after we broke up.
After you were cheated on?
I personally don't know what the situation was, but he lied to me like insanely. Like I went on I asked him for his phone because we both went out of town and I came back and we were hanging out and I just had this weird gut feeling, which I never listened to my intuition ever. Like I just don't think that's real, but now I do. I know. Well, you know, like when you have a weird gut feeling about someone, you just don't want to believe it.
Of course, but 9 times out of 10, that shit's right.
I know, but I just like always am like, no, stupid, you know? But in this situation, I was like, no, I feel really weird. And then he like followed girls from his hometown when he was home. And I was like, this is weird because he unfollowed, like when we were first dating, he unfollowed every single girl that he's ever talked to, which was very weird for me. But then he followed 3 girls. So I was so confused. And I asked him for his phone and he deleted like 300 messages with a girl. And they were like, the last conversation that they had was them like planning on meeting up at like 3 a.m. or something. I don't even know.
Wait, hold on. How'd you know that he deleted messages?
I didn't. I just like went straight for the recently deleted.
Oh, really?
That's like a thing. You know that, right?
Like, what, and you're like, iMessages?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
How do you do that?
It's like an edit. I'm like, let me give you a course.
Yeah, teach me.
It's like when you go to your text messages and you click like edit and you can see show recently deleted.
Oh, shit,
and
yes.
you can recover them just like how you would like a photo or something, like a deleted photo.
Whoa.
And he didn't know that was a thing, which is crazy. But I don't know what the situation was.
Yeah, you just know that there was a conversation going on and that was enough.
Yeah, for me, I was just like, I just don't trust you. Like if you're deleting a bunch of things and you don't want me to see them, I don't want to be a part of this because...
Oh, and by the way, 300 messages.
Right,
And
I didn't even see all of them, so I don't
crazy.
even know. I didn't want to see any of them, honestly.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I honestly think it was for the best because I think while I was in it, I wasn't myself at all. I wasn't like hanging with my friends as much. I wasn't doing the things that I loved. I was just so, I don't even know how to describe it, but I just feel like it was not good for me mentally. But now I'm like so much better. You never know until you're out of it.
100%. Yeah, dude, you got to get rid of that toxic energy. And I'm telling you, the second you get rid of the toxic energy, good shit comes your way.
Yeah.
Because there's no room for good stuff because the toxic energy takes up all the room.
Yeah, it's true. Ooh. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. 100%.
Wow. Different life, right?
Different life.
Because like whether you knew what he was doing or not, the energy in and of itself was so gross.
Yeah. Like
but it's still hard.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, he cheated and I'm like, well, I don't really know. So like, let's not do that. But yeah. But wish him the best, you know? We're young, it's fine. Like I don't hold grudges on people, you know.
Well, also, the song The Me I Was.
Yeah.
It does talk about you becoming jaded after being betrayed so many times. So does that energy play into the fact that you could handle this so calmly and coolly and collectively?
I think so. Yeah. I honestly think I'm just like numb at this point.
Totally. You've been hurt so many times, so it's like add them to the fucking list.
Yeah. I'm honestly just like all men suck. Like someone, if, you know, I just know that I'm fine on my own. So like whatever happens, happens. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. So.
That's it.
Well, what made you want to address the people that say you move on quickly?
Because it's so annoying. I was like dating someone for almost 4 years.
That's long.
And like when I'm 12, like, yeah, okay, I have a boyfriend, but like.
That's not real.
Well, we're holding hands and kissing each other on the cheek. Like, I don't know. And our parents are dropping us off at the mall to hang out. Like, I think I'm just very open about like all the relationships I've been in, which is such a mistake. I will literally never do that again. As public as my relationships were, but I think that's the only thing that people can really say about me right now, I guess. Like, she moves on so quick, it's her daddy issues, and I'm like, probably right, but I feel like everyone kind of just moves on quick. Girls especially, like the second a guy leaves your life, it's like, okay, move on, you know?
Did writing your dad that letter help you in the process of moving on or confronting any issues that may exist?
Yeah, totally. But we're like completely not talking anymore. So I think it helped me realize that I am okay on my own, you know, and like addressing the situation. Because I think when I was younger, it was really hard for me to like just think everyone was going to leave me. That was a guy.
Totally.
But now I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm good.
You don't need them. But you do have your family. You have
I
your
have
mom.
amazing, yeah.
Sister, you have a great stepdad?
Great stepdad.
Winner of a guy?
Winner.
Great guy?
Winner. Great guy.
God. Yeah, now it's all coming back. Like I'm getting deja vu.
Right?
Yeah, like
every time I come here.
Yeah, like I can picture you on the couch talking about how great your stepdad is.
He's so great.
Yeah, and how he's like your real dad.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Great guy.
Does that man restore faith in men for you?
1000%.
Not around. Don't hurt yourself trying to get me down. Mm-hmm. I've been doing better since you are not around.
Yeah.
When do you write that record?
I wrote that 2 years ago. That was like one of the first songs that I like really wrote.
And who were you thinking about when writing that record?
Funny enough, it was also about a friendship breakup with the same person that I went through 2 friendship breakups with.
Oh shit. Okay, at a certain point, are you meant to be friends?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but the song is about how it's really complicated, but basically this girl that is around, she's dated like every single guy that I've dated. She's like tried to be friends with all of my friends. She's kind of like, it's a weird obsession, I think. And my ex-best friend became best friends with her.
Wait, hold on. Who's this girl that's stealing all your, like, trying to...
This girl that, like,
Random person, though.
Well, that, like, people know.
But you're not friends with her?
No.
She's just, like, she's a voyeur, peeping
Tom. Just do things in my, yeah.
Watching and keeping track.
Yeah.
What a freak.
And then my ex-best friend, we would talk about her all the time and how it was so strange. And then they became best friends when we stopped being best friends. And so that's what the song's about. Like, you're best friends with literally a clone of me.
That makes me ill.
Yeah, it's weird.
Karma will eventually do its thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're not friends anymore, so.
Oh,
because clearly, like, it didn't work out, but.
Because she was a freak to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, the girl that I'm talking about, that was my ex-best friend. Like, we're like slowly working on it.
Yeah.
So.
It only took her going to your like bizarro doppelganger to like realize how good she had it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's so weird.
I know.
Whatever.
What makes you want to accept her back in your life?
It's weird because out of all the bad things that happened, she really is great. And I also I give people the benefit of the doubt a lot of the time, and but also I just like look for her in a lot of people, and I don't see it in anyone else. So that kind of sucks. But it's also like, I'm not just gonna let someone back into my life. Like, you have to really try, you know?
But also at the same time, like, I wonder if she's able to show those sides of herself with anybody else. Because like good friendships, you bring out the best in each other, you know?
It's true.
So.
It's true.
Maybe giving this another shot is the best thing. And people make mistakes. They go their own way. And eventually, if it's meant to be, their paths will cross again.
We're also so young.
Totally.
I'm still a child, I feel
You
like.
should be fighting with friends and then getting back together. It's a part of the process.
Totally. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, whatever. It's life.
Yeah.
You keep on rolling, right?
Yeah.
But biting my tongue is waiting for you. You should listen to it. We're going to put a link below. You can grab it on whatever streamer works best for you, okay? What are you thinking?
Well, speaking of friendships, how has your relationship with Maddie changed over the years? Because you guys have been through so much together.
So much. I mean, we're best friends. We really did not enjoy each other when we were younger, just because we were with each other 24/7. I mean, like, we shared a room for like 3 years of our life when we first moved out here. And I wanted to actually rip her head off. Like, we hated each other. We would like fight, like actually fight.
Because you're sisters, though.
I would always win, obviously. But but I think like as we matured and, you know, she moved out, I moved out, we just now hang out as best friends. And I really feel so bad for all the shit I did to her, because I think she's so great. She really is like best big sister, and she also like raised me along with my mom. So like second mom by nature.
That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's great.
That's a real sister.
She is. She's the best.
That's family. Mm-hmm. And also like separation's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like when it comes to family, you start to really appreciate everybody for what they're worth when you're not with them
Totally.
100% of the time.
Totally. Well, even like my mom too. Like when my sister moved out, it was just my mom and I was like, oh my God, I need to get out of this house. But like the second I moved out, we hang out all the time.
Yeah.
We go shopping together. Like, we have the best time ever.
Like hanging out means something different.
Yeah.
When you're not spending 100% of the time
Totally.
together.
It's actually her birthday today, so I'm taking her out to dinner today.
Your mom's very sweet. We met your mom a bunch. Happy birthday.
She loves you guys. She always watches our interviews that we do, and your guys' interviews.
That's she doesn't need to do that, but that's very mutual. Like, love and appreciate you both back. You guys have given us time for a long time, so thanks.
I will always be here. You guys are great.
You keep dude. You keep leveling up music though. You really should be proud of yourself. From the very beginning of you coming on this show, I mean the records today compared to the records back then, we're talking about like a universe of a fucking difference.
Thank you.
You just be proud, because consistency is everything, right? Like
Totally.
that's like 98% of the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Just keep swinging. Mm-hmm. Midnight Murderer. Is that an imaginary story?
Yeah, I mean, it's really about how it's honestly just like a song about you going out till the sun comes up.
I like that. You
Which
do that?
I don't do much of.
Okay.
I don't do much of. But it's like the one song where it's like, oh, it's fun. It's not as like, you know, sad or depressing.
You had two core collaborators on this entire thing, right?
Well, these two women specifically, one's name is Isa and the other is Lenny. They are sisters.
Really?
And they're from Ireland.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's so great. And I actually wrote Not Around with Lenny like 2 years ago. That was the first time I met her. And we just became so close, and it's so nice writing with women that just get you so well. Like, I'm just such close friends with them. And especially working with a female producer, it is so different. And I also just applaud her because there's not many of them.
Totally.
but they just get me like no one else. We write songs so quick.
Because
and
you
they're
can be
just so
vulnerable
talented.
and share. And
Well, yeah, it's like when you go into a room full of like 4 dudes and you're like, yeah, I just broke up with my boyfriend, and it's like, what are they gonna,
no, they don't know you. They don't understand
Yeah.
you.
It's like I love working with men. Don't get me wrong. I work with a lot of men, but it's so much easier to go into a room with women and just be like, let's write like a fuck you song and see what happens.
Whoa. That because that can change everything.
Yeah.
Those collaborators and who they are to you and the relationship you form.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the greatest pop songs are built that way.
Totally.
Pretty sick. So will you continue working with these Lenny and Ezzy?
Isa.
Shit.
Forever. Yeah. Forever and ever.
I have such dyslexia. Dude. I look down at the name and I'm like, Ezzy? There's a fucking A in there.
I mean, Ezzy's kind of a cute nickname. Maybe I should start calling her that.
I do like Ezzy. Maybe I'll name a child Ezzy. That's
Ezzy.
weird.
You gotta have one first.
Yeah, I gotta have a kid. 6 Feet Under made its way into a Grey's episode. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a sick sync.
Thank you. Yeah, I was so excited about that. I didn't even know like Grey's Anatomy was still going on.
Oh.
So like,
She's going strong.
yeah, it's been so long.
Meredith Grey for life.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it about death?
No,
What is the song about?
it's
It's called
actually
6 Feet Under. I mean, that's not that
Yeah.
dumb.
I mean, I actually wrote this song when my ex-boyfriend and I were on like a break for like, I think like a week or something. And I wrote it about how I felt like he was dragging me down 6
shit.
feet under. It's basically just about like me not being able to be myself and him being jealous and just all these things. So
What a sign.
I know.
You knew this was going
I
going
knew
down.
it was gonna happen.
It's okay. We learn though.
Yeah, we learn.
And again, so young, we get back up and we keep riding.
Yeah, totally.
And we get great music in the process.
Yep. Thank you.
We have an album. Listen to it, link below. What are you thinking?
How much of this album was written before the breakup and how much was written after the breakup?
Most of it was written during like during the relationship, and then I think like only one of them was after the breakup.
What song?
Casualty. Which Casualty is like about someone else. I like met someone after our breakup and I was just like, this is such bad timing. So like, I'm scared you're gonna end up being the casualty.
Just the idea of like, okay, obviously you don't have to hook up with somebody, but you just like the act of like going on a date with somebody, distracting
Yeah.
yourself with something new.
Yeah, well, I've like never been on a date until like after, like no one's taken me on a first date.
Your last boyfriend never took you on a first date?
No.
Oh.
I flew him out. That's when I met him.
You flew him out?
I was 16.
That's unhinged.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, but
That is wild.
yeah. But yeah, no, this like I met this guy like recently and he took me on a bunch of dates and I was like, wow, this is something I've never experienced before. You're so great. But
You mean the
I
right
just,
way to be treated? Is
yeah. And I was like, you're so great, but what? I literally just got out of a relationship. Like, this is so bad.
Yeah, but that's also okay.
But it's okay.
But again, you get rid of toxic energy and then you get what you're actually deserving of.
Yeah.
Which is somebody to, I don't know, do the bare minimum and take you out as opposed to you taking them out.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Jesus. You deserve better.
Thanks.
I think you're getting it clearly again. The
Yeah.
second you get rid of the toxic energy, that good shit comes in.
Yeah. I need all of this advice on the daily, honestly.
Whatever you need. Just shoot me a text. Is this person still a casualty or are they alive and thriving?
They're
in their
alive
life?
and thriving.
Fuck, yeah. See?
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not saying it needs to be that person, but like somebody of that, you now understand what the baseline of proper treatment is.
It's wild. It's actually wild.
Yeah, it's definitely different than you flying him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different.
How'd you meet this new one?
I met him randomly over Halloween at like an after party.
Be like an organic meet and greet.
Yeah, that's never happened to me before.
Never been on a first date.
Never met on a
somebody
first date,
organically?
never met someone randomly. Yeah.
Is this person successful?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the music scene.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bad for you.
Bad for you.
You're not bad for him.
No.
But who are you bad for?
This song is about kind of going for someone that is bad for you, but it's like, it's fun. I think going for like the bad boy, I guess you could say.
People want what they know is not right.
Totally.
They want that toxic shit.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Same.
It's not good. And then you get drowned in it. Like you get lost in it and it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah. The tagline is like, all the best things are bad for you.
It's true.
But like it's not. It's
No.
really not.
You think in the moment that it's the best for you.
Yeah.
But then you like assess the damage. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like what was I thinking?
Totally. Yeah. Been there.
Hey, speaking of toxic, you mentioned this very early on, but why is the dance community so toxic?
I think, well, a lot of kids in the dance community, they grow up with like insane body dysmorphia because you are told that if you're not skinny, you're not going to make it. And girls are just so competitive. Like I was never competitive growing up. I just did it because all my friends were dancing, so I just wanted to be there. But they are ruthless, like very ruthless. So I'm glad that I don't do that anymore. Because like if I still stuck to competing and dancing, I would still be doing it.
But like, I don't understand what those girls or guys end up doing. Like, I don't understand what a professional dancer who trains in that circuit ends up becoming.
You could be a backup dancer for an artist. You could do like.
But what's the point
But
of
it's really
continuing
not-
to compete until you're like in your mid-20s?
See, I don't understand it. That's why I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
It's
Because like,
weird.
where am I going to take this?
Yeah.
Unless you're like a really talented, insane like dance teacher, I feel like you can get really far and choreograph for a lot of people. But you're always backup. You know, like you're never like the person that. Sorry.
No, but I feel like we've talked about this before because the career span of a dancer is really hard. It's physically demanding. It's not incredibly rewarding. And like you said, very few become the choreographer or the dance teacher teaching big classes or the creative director.
Totally.
Like it's not always the case.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are so many dancers that have like really made it.
Oh, I can name like 15
Yeah.
right now that like literally are the minds behind the biggest artists in the world.
For sure. I think it's awesome. I'm not competitive enough for that.
Is there
you know?
anything from dancing you carry with you that you still apply to what you do?
Yeah, I mean, every song that I make, I kind of think of how I would dance to it.
Really?
Yeah. Or like, I think dancing a lot has helped me with musicality, just in general. Especially like obedience, I guess. Like I was told what to do. And so I feel like in like a professional setting, like I listen to people and I can do as I'm told and I get my shit done. And like, I feel like I grew up really fast, which, was awesome and sucked because I didn't really have a childhood. But like, I feel like I can really do anything that's like intense, You
can.
Thanks.
Because you've been there and the
Yeah.
pressure is fucking high. Mm-hmm. It is true. Like you really become conditioned to do things
sure.
and handle high pressure situations and remain cool and just focus on direction. Yeah, a lot of things.
Yeah.
A blessing and a curse, eh?
You ever wish you had a normal childhood?
Sometimes. I mean, then again though, like what did I really miss out on? Like prom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing.
it's nothing.
I feel like we talked about this too. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing there. Like everything you missed made you into the person you are today and the artist you're
sure.
becoming. So it's like, fuck.
For sure. Like even now, I have a lot of friends that are not in the industry and they have like a job and and I sometimes have to miss out on like things that they do or like when they're hanging out and I get bummed in the moment, but then I'm like, no, like I'm fine. I'm going to see them tomorrow. Like I'm not really missing out on anything. Like I still get both. I get time to be a normal person and like have a great summer with my friends and also get to do cool things. So,
Some may say it's the best of both worlds.
right? Hannah Montana.
What are you thinking? Anything else?
Last question for me is this? Would you consider this your debut album or was Phases?
This one for sure.
That's what I
Fuck
thought.
yeah.
Phases I didn't really write.
They just gave you the songs and said sing.
Yeah. Like this one is actually like I poured my heart into this album, and I like have been working on it.
How are you starting a song? Like, are you starting with lyrics, or is the duo giving you a beat to produce? Are you going to a session with a lyric? Like, how does it work for you?
I think it depends on the situation, but most of the time I come in with a concept. Like, say if something happened to me like a few days ago, I have to go in the studio and write about it. And then usually the producer starts like a track while we're kind of talking through what the concept is, and then we just start with the lyrics, melodies.
But okay, so how do you know it's finished? Who do you rely on?
Honestly, we kind of all collectively decide if it's like done or not.
I get that.
Yeah. Sometimes like we'll listen to it like after like a demo and we'll be like, oh, we need to go back and fix this or finish this or do this differently. But usually we finish a song in a day. It's usually like production and, you know, the vocals and everything are always finished like day of, unless it's something I don't like, because usually it's me being like, oh no, I need to re-record this. I'm very picky with myself.
How many songs did you record for this album?
Oh my God. I think like 30.
Oh.
Because I was doing the like speed dating writing thing for like 2 years straight. So it was like new people every day for, 2 years straight.
Holy shit.
So I have so many songs just like in a bank. I also did like 2 camps. So I got like 10 songs from each camp. So really I have way more. I don't know what I'm even saying. I have way more. A lot of them won't see the light of day, but.
Would you learn about yourself from making this album?
Sorry?
Would you learn about yourself from making this album?
I think that I was really nervous to be in writing rooms because I thought, like we were saying earlier, like my opinion just doesn't matter. Like my words don't matter, especially being in a room full of like professional producers and writers. Like, and I'm a young person. Like I just felt like I wasn't meant to be there. And I think now I've come to the conclusion that like I can do it and my feelings do matter and it can create a great song. And yeah, I feel very proud of myself for this album because I really did work hard on it.
You should be proud.
Thank you.
Listen to Biting My Tongue. There's going to be a link below. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Always and forever. Congratulations on your debut album. You should be so proud.
I am. Thank you.
To many more, yeah?
To many more. See you guys next year.
Okay. Kenzie, everybody.
Thank you.